Okay, well, I couldn't even turn around. This phone's so janky, it won't let me turn around. But nonetheless, he's standing right here in front of me. He's dressed in all black with a black hat on, got a little grocery bag, right? Now he's bowing down again, but he also telling me to kiss his ass. Bitch, I don't kiss ass. Fuck about it here. Okay? Not at all. But you can bow to me, motherfucker. And if I was really on that type of time, I would have kicked them. But I'm not gonna do that. That's mean. I don't want to be mean to people. I don't want to be mean to people. I don't want to be mean to people. Okay? But God is also telling me that some of y'all need it. Because y'all are crazy. Okay? Stories from other inmates began to fill my mind. What is that? You got to be careful with the story that you allow people to share with you, right? Especially if you are in a place where my nails seems to be like this. I don't like to label myself, but my mind, sometimes it go from one thing to another. Whatever y'all want to call it. Some people call it ADHD. I'm going to just say that, call it what it is. My mind goes from this to, I just realized that my fingernails, the melanin in my nails is starting to come out. That's wild. Okay. I'm ascending too, though. Right? I'm ascending. So you gotta be careful of the stories, the conversations, right, that you have around you and the people that's around you. You gotta be careful of that shit. Because if you don't, then what's gonna happen is those stories within, those energies within begin to latch onto you. You gotta be careful of the energies that you have around you. Because energies latch onto anything. Okay, they will latch onto your clothes, they'll latch onto your hair, they'll latch onto your nails, they'll latch onto your mouth, they'll latch onto your nose, they'll latch onto your eyes. They will latch on to any fucking way that they can possibly get in. If they're like, oh my god, this bitch got dirty nails. We can go through her fingers. Oh my god, this bitch didn't brush her teeth today. Her breath stank. We can go through her mouth. Oh my god, she got dirty nose. We can go through her nose. Oh my god, her eyes. All she sees is evil. Oh my god, I can go through her eyes now. And when they say cleanliness is next to godliness, it's not just about the cleanliness of your home. Because there are some psychopaths that clean up very well. And their houses are very clean. But on the inside, they fucking souls is what? So please don't even let that fool you. There was one deliverance session I had on videotape. Wow. That's right now in this moment. This is talking about right now in this moment. The person on this tape experienced incredible freedom from demons. I think that this is the tape. I think that this is the fucking tape. Okay? And demons are being casted out right now as I speak. And God is giving me proof by a sign. I'm reading a fucking book. Ain't that so divine? Isn't that so amazing? Right? She received deliverance in a county jail. Because this is, ring, 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 this is going to all of those that are in prison mentally, those that are in prison physically. Y'all can't have my fucking people no more. They are being set free. All of them. I don't give a fuck if they behind bars. I don't give a fuck about them iron bars that y'all got. Y'all cannot control their spirits. You know why? Because God said they minds. And I mean it. I mean they minds. And I'm coming for all of them. I'm coming for each and every single last one of them. Give me a second. You know why? I need a second. Because I gotta go study. Okay. So then that way when I can come prepared. So then I got things in my life, in my own personal life, that I have to get in order. I gotta get my own life in order first before I can help y'all get y'all's in order. And I can call order and judgment on these motherfuckers. Nah, they ain't calling judgment on us no more, but we calling judgment on them. Y'all going to them courtrooms, y'all question their ass. Question that motherfucking judge on that fucking podium. Question that motherfucking lawyer that's sitting next to you. Question the other one that's on the other side. I'm questioning all y'all motherfuckers. Because I got questions and I need answers. And I got a bunch of them. Not a bunch. I don't know too many questions. But damn, don't play. I had met and had great respect for the minister who had walked this woman through deliverance. Suddenly, I had a plan. I told the woman who I was presently ministering to that I knew a man who had a ministry of setting captives free. I do. It's called God. And I'm sending God your way. Go ahead. I cast my protection, my spirit team. I'm casting my spirit team to go out. I already did it. To go out and to touch those that need to be touched. And to speak life into them and love. What kinds of people come for deliverance? Those that are broken in spirit. Those that are ready to put down the alcohol. Though, and then I just seen when I flipped the page, it was IN. Those that are ready to go within. Those that feel left out, that feel alone. Those that have done heinous crimes. No, we are not going to allow it to be an excuse for what you did, but you still have to forgive yourself, and you have to make the change necessary. No, I don't fuck with P. Diddy, but he still needs to forgive himself. All of those victims, forgive yourselves and forgive him so you too can move forward. Why? Everybody be like, well, why did they hold on to that for so long? Because they didn't forgive themselves. Because they were processing that shit. They talking about what's going on. That is some shit that's like, what? You probably every day they probably like, what? And I know what it feels like to be sexually assaulted. Right? I'm gonna give y'all the story, right? And even then, this is a trigger warning in space. And in this time and space here, Most High asks that you allow it to be so transparent that it doesn't touch the spirit, but it heals those. Okay? So it was a guy that I met a couple of years ago. I met him about a year or so ago. And when I first met him, and during in that space, I was a little promiscuous. I was. And the Jezebel spirit was heavier. And so with that, but during that time, something in my God, this is how protected I am. I didn't sleep with him at that time. I didn't do shit with that man in that moment. I think it's because I kind of scared him a little bit, right? Because he came in, he like, yeah, wear these blindfolds and dildo and all this shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? No, I'm like, this shit is weird. So then I took it because you didn't like to stick this in me. I'm like, do you cleanse this? Do you from the other one? He like, nah. I'm like, okay. So I would take that bitch over there to where my little candle is, cleanse it, all type of shit. Then out of nowhere, he get a phone call. Something happened in his life. He get a phone call and he was like, he had this gun, like all this just weird shit. I don't know if this nigga thought like I had a whole bunch of money, he was trying to rob me. I don't know, but I told him, I'm like, I just got a feeling that you about to rob me. I'm like, you want me to put on a face mask and you come in with a gun? Like, what the fuck is this? Right? But that's how protected I am. Spirit was like, oh, he got that phone call and then he left. Then, as I'm in this year, the thing about it is I've been trying to push it so far back in my mind and forget about it. I don't want to remember the date of it, to be honest with you. I'm not even going to try to go dig myself that deep into it. But it was a few months ago, about 3-4 months ago. And I just came from my walk and I'm going to my car. He pulls up again. But the wild thing is, I think he forgot who I was, but I didn't forget who he was until I told him some things. Then his mind came back to remember who I was. And when he came back, and the wild thing is, like, he was handsome, but if I look at him more, he really wasn't. He looked like my brother a little bit. And so, it's a burp right there. It's irritating. Thank you. And so, I gave him my number again. And because I'm like, well, maybe we had unfinished business. Something. I don't fucking know. And so after that, then we exchanged numbers, and he was like, oh, well, let's meet up. So we meet up. We go to Fairlane. We go to Fairlane, and we're sitting in his car. And he's like, oh, you want to drink and smoke? Why do niggas think that they just get bitches? I don't know. So I'm like, no, I don't drink. I'm not drinking that cheap ass shit. He brought the cheapest liquor ever. And like, so we sit in the back seat and all this, right? I ain't do nothing with him in that car or whatever. Because I'm just feeling the energy. I'm like, why is he here? That was my thing, the biggest thing. I'm like, God, why is he here? And God showing me, like, girl, he just here for sex. He just wants sex. But me, he wants the sex. I just want a room so I could just get some peace, because where I was staying at, it was a lot going on. It was a whole lot going on. I was in the space that I was in was very sexually intensive, and it was a lot of other things going on when it comes to drugs and things. I wasn't partaking in those things. However, I was in that energy, and I still had those energies around me, right? And because I was neglecting my spirituality, because I'm in a house that really does not accept me spiritually, right? So I can't put up my spiritual. However, I'm not going to make excuses for myself, because I still had my car, and I could go sit in my car, and I still have my altar up, and I could go sit in my car and get myself together. However, was I doing it? No, I was not. I wasn't. Not gonna lie, I wasn't. So, he ended up getting a room, and so we get to the room immediately. Like, when we get to the room, but this is why you gotta listen to signs, because signs was there regardless. Like, don't go over there, don't go in there, don't do it. But me, being hard-headed, want to learn the hard way, I go anyway. And so we get there, and I have, like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not having sex with this nigga. I'm not gonna have sex with this nigga. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do it. It didn't happen the first time. I'm not doing this. That clearly Spirit telling me not to do it. And so we get in the room, and he said, like, I had changed my clothes and stuff like that. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't change my clothes. I'm trying to, because it's coming to me in pieces. So we get in the room, and immediately I'm like, we was at the, was it the Werewolf Inn? It's off of Telegraph in Michigan. I'm trying to remember I can't remember what, it's either Victory Inn or Quality Inn. And when we get in there, I'm like, this room dirty. I know his mind like, bitch, how are you bougie? You living in your car, like, cause bitch, I still got standards. But and I'm like, I'm not. That's why I'm looking at the bed. I'm like, it's bed bugs in here, because the plan was what he had told me was that he was gonna get the room. So he's like, yeah, I come here, I chill with you or whatever. He like, but you know, just so you can relax. That's how he played it, just so you can relax and yada 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 yada. I say, okay, because that's what I want. And then we get in there, and his name is Felipe, by the way. If you're in Detroit and there is a guy that comes up to you, his name is Felipe, be aware that he is a rapist. He is. Or he raped me, shall I say. I don't know if he's a rapist, but he raped me. And so, we in there. But where I fucked up at was I didn't protect my own spirit, and I was still in the moment of people pleasing because I just wanted a place where I could lay on the bed and I could stretch out and I could just have a peace of mind and some quiet. So we vibing at first. He kept telling me like, I want you to entertain me, and I'm just like, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like entertaining and stuff like that. And then he just started aggressively talking to me, and he was like, I'm not God's spirit said don't go too far into explaining all of it. And so he had told me to suck his dick. And he put on a condom, and I opened up my mouth. When he did that, I kind of bit him. And when I bit him, he like touched my face. So when he did that, I pushed the nigga. I'm like, don't fucking touch my face. The fuck is wrong with you? Right? And so then at that moment, I should have had left. Right? I should have had left because I drove my own car. I should have left, but I didn't. And so then I get up and I'm just like we stopped. I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to do this. I'm not here for this shit. But he's drinking. This is why you gotta be careful with those that drink, because the more he's drinking, now the spirit in him is getting upset. That demon in him is like, nah, I want this bitch. And when that happened, from what I remember, did he take my clothes off? Because in the beginning it was consensual. I was like, okay. I ain't gonna lie. He had a big dick. He did. He had a big dick. Okay. But then it was when it started, I'm just like, oh no, he is so rough. Get off of me. So as he doing it, I'm like, you could tell by my body language. I'm like, no, I'm good. No, get off me. And it was getting worse and worse as it like, and I'm crying, like I'm really weeping, and I'm like, no, get off me or whatever. And so then he had stopped. But then when he had stopped, he had came back. And then he had finished or whatever. And I was just like, no, and I'm covering my face. And because he don't want me to look at him in the eyes. Because he know that he's a fucking rapist. And he's probably done this before. I'm pretty sure he's done this before, how he acted. He's done this before, and he want to disguise it as it being with manipulating women. And so after that, right, so I'm just like, I just want to get away from him, but I want to get away safe, because I remembered that he carried a gun last time, right? And at this moment, I don't have a weapon on me, and normally I would carry a knife around, but I left my knife in the car. And then if that would have happened, I would be in jail. And then it would have been, I would have been in jail. I probably would have got off though. Knowing me, I would have got off. Because my brain would have snapped into lawyer mode, and I would have definitely got myself off. So my mind is, I just want to survive. I just want to get out of this. So after that, he looking at me and I'm putting on my clothes, and I hurry up and leave. I'm just like, nah. He like I'm hurrying up and putting on my clothes. I'm like, nah, I'm about to go. I'm out of this bitch. I don't want to be around you no more. I'm out of here. So he like, I'm like, no, I just want to leave. Leave me alone. I'm leaving. So I hurry up. I leave. I put all my shit in my bag. I go to my car, y'all. I push it right now and get out there. I lock myself out my car. But my trunk was still open. My trunk was still open. And even in the midst of what he was doing, like, he like, oh yeah, I need to share this with all my other niggas. I need to share this. I gotta share this. No, I gotta share this. And so, oh Lord have mercy. So then I made a mistake and took his shirt. And so as I'm hurrying up, and I wish I would have kept that. I should have moved a little bit quicker. I shouldn't have just sat there. I should have hurried and got the fuck out of here because I could have used that as DNA. But nonetheless, then he come and he like, oh, I think you took my shirt. And I'm just like, no, I'll have your shirt or whatever. I just heard maybe if I went up, he probably would have chased me and stuff like that. Whatever, I know the police. If that was the case, my brain, my mind is saying you would have still drove to the police department and be, because my brain is like, no, you would have found safety for yourself. So then that happened. For a couple of days, I'm just out of it. I was out of it. I was just in this space where it was like, I felt, and I'm just realizing that for the past couple months, I really was looking at an outer body experience, for real. Because when I look back over and I think about how I was acting, so then I'm sitting here and I'm just like, did I just get raped? Did I just get raped? Did this thing really just fucking rape me? And I tried to justify it. I tried to blame myself for it. All these things. Right. I was just whatever. That's where I was at. It was just like, whatever. I shed those little tears. And it was just like, my nervous system was so, from the past, accustomed to trauma and still thriving through trauma because I operate the best when I'm in the midst of chaos for some odd reason. That's when I operate the best. So my mind is always okay. We're gonna be okay. Find the positive in this, maybe. Find the positive in this. Positive was okay. At least I used the condom. I'm not infected with anything. Go get tested. I'm not infected with anything by the grace of Most High. And you're still alive, right? I'm still alive. However, a part of me died of feeling that I'm not to be protected or I'm not to be in a safe space. But I am. And I'm calling all of that back to me. I'm calling it back to me. So, to Felipe, as much as I want to hate you and I want you to perish, I forgive you. I forgive you to the least. I forgive you forever for not listening to yourself and listening and watching yourself. I forgive you. But now that I'm better, I'm doing better. And I'm not ignoring the signs and that inner voice that tells me when to stop, when to walk away, and when to fucking fight. I'm not ignoring it anymore. I feel better now that I got that out. I do. I feel so much better. I feel relieved. I feel like now I can make space and room for me. Because I wasn't taking up space for myself. I was just holding it in. Like, that shit was okay, and it wasn't. There was nothing okay about none of that. Especially during that time, you ain't have to take it. You ain't have to take it. Shit. At that time, it would have been a decent room if I would have had food, and sure, I would have just gave it. I'm blowing my nose with my hat. I just blew my nose with my hat that I'm gonna put on my head. Wow. Okay, so clean that. And then that's what he gonna tell. God, this nigga. So he kept talking about how he had some food. How he had like these friends, and he had this home cooked food or whatever, blah blah blah. And this nigga gonna tell me, he said, "Oh, you ain't getting that food because you bit my dick." That's what he told me. That is exactly what that man told me. Wow, I know. Can't believe it either. I cannot believe it either. I wish I still had a picture of this nigga so I could show y'all this little funny looking ass nigga. Short ass. That's why I don't fuck with short. Brown skin color. No, get the fuck out of here. Darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. That's what they say. That's what I'm gonna go by. That's why I'm standing by. That's why I support the dark skinned man. You gotta be dark over here. I don't give a fuck. If he ain't dark and he can keep on, he could be like a dog and he could bark. But bitch, your bite ain't bigger than your fucking bark. Shut up. Your bark is bigger than your bite. Weak ass bitch. Yeah, because he is a weak ass bitch. Now I said it. And your mama should have aborted you. That's where it should have started at. His mama should have aborted him. I really truly believe that. Honeywell. Yeah, because I'm looking at I see Honeywell. She should have aborted him. Yeah. But I felt the sense of something just came over me, a feeling of relief. Yeah, that was a feeling of relief. Yeah, and as always, y'all, I cast out that spirit of those taking advantage of those in a vulnerable space, those that take advantage of those in a vulnerable space. I cast that demon out. I cast it out of myself and out of anybody, whether you are a female, you are a male, you are a child, you are an elder, you are those one of our special, special friends on this earth. Anybody that takes advantage of those in a vulnerable, weak space, I cast out those demons. And for anyone that is silently going through something, I will be your fucking voice. I will stand in the gap. And I will pray. And I will heal on my behalf. And may it touch those that are in agreement. And as always, My heart to y'all. Peace, love, unity.